My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. That name that strikes fear into the heart of the Fulani Janjaweed. When they hear Ipob, they start having nightmares. I lead that very movement of the children of light. And have we not brought enlightenment to all the people? This very movement that heaven ordained must free the whole of Nigeria. Everybody must be free. And that light, the same way that the sun rises from the east, that light is coming from the east, as always. I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. God gave me another assignment this year. It's simple. Not only to serve the wonderful people of Biafra, but also to serve the brave youth of Nigeria. And that is what I'm doing this evening. And will continue to do until everybody is free. Until every corrupt politician is either in the grave because they'll be hanged or they are in prison. The difference between some of you and us is that we say something and we do it. If you keep muttering and bumbling, things are bad, oh, things are bad, oh. Here, we make our dreams become a reality. Not because we have any strength, not because we are better than any other person, but because Elohim is on the throne. I am always speaking the truth. You may not like it, it is the truth.
Well, this is Mobian. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and Ipob families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafra War in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafra army to fight, and they were singing out. They were singing out. It's another Savior. All you never do. It's another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafra to victory. Yamadika, Yadwika, Kawanalo. Hey, wanna sing along. It's another Savior. Wanna sing along. It's another Savior. Wanna sing along. Holy, 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 holy. It's another Savior. Right now, it's another It's another Savior. Obiabawa nande biaribu si ukunai.
Nabi bike jene jene jene. Nabi bike jene jene jene. Nabi ejebe. Ebusizi enunda miumo ejana tojuta brother mo. Nekuge kumeladu. Ekwanu kina meluti oku kontike na nipe ni dobe.
We are the children of Biafra. We are unstoppable. We are the children of Biafra. We are undeniable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home. They took our brothers and sisters, they put them in jail. Without trial or protest, they are killing our fathers, our mothers every day. They are killing us in number. They want to stop our freedom. But the Elohim said no, that my people must go. Give us our freedom. Give us our freedom. It's right of the people that cheated for their freedom. When you're not in them, very good. Give us our freedom. And you say we are asking for too much. The freedom of our people. The life of innocent souls. Over 3 million people you kill because of genocide you're committing every day in our land. Elohim said we must go. We love our mother's land, Biafra. The land of rising sun, the blessed land of Biafra. We are going home. When the enemy's blessings are not, we are going by the name of Chupo, we can be home. We are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not, freedom, we are going. Freedom in the name of Chupo, we can be home. We are free. No enemy can stop what Chupo, he can we are going. We believe in the name of Chupo. Chupo no one can match you with Chupo Kikabiama. The God of Biafra is powerful. His name is Elohim. We have nothing in common with you. Our culture is different from your own. Know it now. Our dressing is so different. We are different people. Let my people go. Go. We are the children of Biafra. We are unstoppable. We are the children of Biafra. We are untiable. Can't you see the handwriting of God in the wall? Can't you hear the sound of the marching of our foot? We are going home by the name of Chukwudi Kabiama. The enemy's blessings are not. We are going home by the name of Chukwudi Kabiama. Oh, we are free. Whether the enemy likes it or not. The enemy's blessings are not. Freedom. We are going. Freedom in the name of Chukwudi Kabiama. We are free. We are free in the name of Chukwudi. If you believe, say this with me. When we have no bomb, you call us terrorists. When we have no gun, you are shooting us. When we move around the streets with our flag, full of terror, tell me now, let me know. Innocent protesters moving around the streets, you call them terrorists. What about us raping our mothers, killing our brothers, raping our sisters, killing our fathers, killing innocent souls? What will you call those people? I ask you, your people are walking free in the street with their guns, killing our fathers and mothers, taking their lives away from them, claiming the ownership of another man's land. It's not right. What do you do? You did nothing. We are fighting for our rights. We are fighting for our freedom. It's our right to protect our mother's land. Fill up your front, lift your legs up. We are going up, we are going up. Land of your front, we are the rising of the sun. We are moving, we are unstoppable. Long live Biafra. Long live.
Can you wear up for me? Onyabuzina sabo ye one day. Onyabuzina sabo ye one day. Onyabuzina sabo ye one day. Also to Baganiro Obuno Kinga Wada. Ebusianama Anaba Nobi. Can you phone one year? Be a brother's keeper. Inobodo Yibo. Inonugwa Musa. Inona Lagos. Bambo. Inotu. Can you malifani get me? Makana Musa Matagoka. Focus again, I'm gonna do good. Where put on the woody? Campbell says, I can focus now. Wait a minute. Where focus on now? What do you want? Wait on the mother. The phone no now. Where's it all on there? Father, Bumado, Father, wait. Get in the email. What in the room? No temple fair. To go. Hallelujah. You will take over no one. I was up a talker. Unanuga. I was up a talker. Atoro Maro Nenuga. I was up a talker. Atoro Petopani Sinobia. I was up a talker. I am not calling Wagi. I was up a talker. Joy. I am not Lagava. I was up a talker. Go, Bessie, you take over money. I was up a talker. What are you doing? I was up a talker. I was up a talker. I was up a talker. When you put that rock up on the malo, Nania Noldia, Nania. If they want to never that rock and the new wow, Nania Noldia, Mania. Oti wata nilunia opanagu. Oti wata nilunia opanagu. Ufabu kamba lugulo kudonatam. Sisi kewa Nigeria kandi gowena. Donatanu lonu wenne timu na ruaka. Sisi kewa boda kandi bona babeba. Adujuna dudibo omeloni bodiri Nigeria. Biko wenyaka amalonyo bulu manja. Ubeloni bodiri Nigeria kana wabi. Nadaziki wewetelo titina kadota. Manotele Nigeria alele munum. Sisi kewo boda
Igbo Tabeba. Agamakuluno, Nawusatiri Nigeria. Unwelonya Usatili Nigeria, Okwa Fulani. Gamuti, even Nebuya, Oyima. Sadia Bata, Oya Usa, Yala Dua, Oya Usa, Uyali, Oya Usa, Tafala Belowa, Oya Usa, the Donya Zotil in Nigeria, Kamala Malo, Okimano Babangida, Oya Usa, Susuke was your Kanina, Kanika Zedos and Ibandio. I was Abadoka. You go check Wabano Munu. Yebano Munu. I was Abadoka. You go check Wabano Munu. I was Abadoka. Check Wabano Munu. I was Abadoka.
Biafra, Ebeka Unuzi, Biafra, Gaimara, Biafra, Gawe Bosogabiri, Gaimara, Biafra, Gawe Bosogabiri. Biafra is my home. Ebeka Unuzi, Biafra, Ebeka Unuzi, Biafra, Gaimara, Biafra, Gawe Bosogabiri, Gaimara, Biafra, Gawe Bosogabiri. Biafra is my home. In this platform, we are calling all the indigenous people of Biafra living in diaspora to come back home. Let us defend and build our motherland, the land of the rising sun, and stop developing other people's land while our land has been taken by our enemies. For Biafra land is the kingdom of God on earth, and we must fight with the last drop of our blood to restore this great nation, the land of the rising sun. All hail Biafra! All hail indigenous people of Biafra! All hail the land of the rising sun! Biafra must be restored. Biafra must live. And Biafra must survive. By the name of Chukwu Biafra. Ebeka Unusi Biafra. Ebeka Unusi Biafra. Gaimara for Biafra. Gawe Bosogabiri. Gaimara for Biafra. Gawe Bosogabiri. Biafra is my home. They say the river cannot flow through the forest without bringing down trees. My dear people of Biafra, for many years we have been folding our arms, hoping that Biafra will come in a platter of big and honeycomb dialogue. What did we get in return? They kill our brothers, they rape our women, they behead our children, they bomb our churches where we go to worship to Biafra. No. Enough is enough. We can't take this anymore. We must fight to defend our land. The Biafra we love. For he who wants peace must be ready for war. Ebeka Unusi Biafra. Ebeka Unusi Biafra. Gaimara Biafra. Gawe Bosogabiri. Gaimara Biafra. Gawe Bosogabiri. Biafra is my home. My people of Biafra, I'm laughing at you. Are we not ashamed of worship less in a foreign land just to make a living? Are we not tired of marrying our mother's pets just to have citizenship in a foreign land? Are we not tired of running from police and immigration, jumping condominium, rotting in jail? Ebeka Unusi Biafra. Ebeka Unusi Biafra. Gaimara Biafra. Gawe Bosogabiri. Gaimara Biafra. Gawe Bosogabiri. Biafra is my home.
Precious. You reap what you sow. 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 Diago, Poliko. Diago, Poliko. Diago, Poliko, no wine. Diago, Poliko. On anywhere. On anywhere. Come on anywhere. Chicken on anywhere. Come on anywhere. Come on anywhere. Come on anywhere. Come on anywhere. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done on earth. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done on earth. And you power, we're going so we be done. On any will, 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 on any will. Respectez yourself.
Our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra, our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra, we fight for a nation full of love, our nation, Biafra, land, find our hope and peace and joy, our nation, Biafra, land, no matter what you have or where you are, our nation, Biafra, land, everybody let's come together, our nation, Biafra, land, no one is to be rejected. No one is to be neglected. No one is to be defenseless. All the Biafra land know it's time to give justice a chance. So and reject the evil one. Restore our nation, Lord. Fight for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land. Find our hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land. No matter what we have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land. We are supposed to have peace. No more aggression. Nobody will rob our children. The future will be peace. No more games of politics. Just love and equality. Hope for humanity. That's how it's supposed to be. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land. Fighting our hope and peace and joy. Our people. We are one strong family, one people. We are our nation, all our love, our nation, Biafra land. Shall hope and peace and joy, our nation, Biafra land. No matter what you are or where you are, our nation, Biafra land. Everybody, let's come together, our nation, Biafra land.
Hey, hey, hey. Onye nọ na nwa aka n'ọdụ ma ọ dị ndụ ma ọ nwụrụ anwụ. Eastern Security Network ọkwa ha nọrọ onwe ha ndị abịa eburu ọgụ wee bịaba. Ndị na-eche Biafra chee ọkwa ha nọrọ onwe ha ndị abịa eburu ọgụ wee bịaba. Mana ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-anụzi? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-anụ? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Akwa onye ọbụla nọ n'ọsọ. Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Na ndị amị biko ejene jene jene. Ndị amị biko ejene jene jene. Ndị amị ejebe. Egbusizienụ ndị amị ụmụ ụwa eje na-atụ onye ụta brọda m. Na-ekwughị ekwu melụ ọnụ gị na melodi ọkụkọ ntị gị na ife n'idobe. Eastern Security jisie n'ike n'ọlụ. Ndị na-eche Biafra jisie n'ike n'ọlụ. Ife salụfame anyị enwe mmeri. Mana ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-anụzi? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-anụzi? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Ọ bụ gịnị ka a na-akọzi ifede? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Onye kpana nwa gị aka n'ọdụ. Onye kpana nwa gị aka n'ọdụ. Onye kpana nwa gị aka n'ọdụ. Ọ dị ndụ ma nwụrụ anwụ. Ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-anụzi? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Ọ bụ gịnị na-eme n'ọlụ? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Ọ bụ gịnị na-eme n'ime obodo? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Ọ bụ gịnị na-eme n'ọlụ? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Chukwu okike abịa amaghị. Amama amasị amasị anyị ma na ị nọ n'ọlụ. Jisi ike n'ọlụ ọma gị n'oge ikele anyị. Jisi ike n'ọlụ ọma gị n'oge ikele anyị. Ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-anụzi? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-anụzi? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Kedu ife na-eme n'ọlụ? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Ọ bụ gịnị ka a na-akọzi? Ndị amị ha nọ n'ọsọ. Webuzu mekene mụ na nje kene ezi ọha ma dike Mazi Nnamdi Kanu'S. Ifi na-eme doro gị anya. Ifi na-eme doro gị anya. Ọrụ na-alụ doro gị anya. Ọrụ na-alụ doro gị anya. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu'S. Isi ekwu ike n'ọlọma gị ezo gị n'azụ. Isi ike n'ọlọma gị ihe wetara. Isi ike n'ọlọma gị ifi na-eme dị anyị mma. Obi agbawala ndị bịara igbusi ụmụnna anyị. Nabi bike jene jene jene. Nabi bike jene jene jene. Nabi ejebe. Ebusizi enu ndabi umo ejana tojuta brother mo. Nekwuge melanu o. Ekwanu ki no melu ti okuko tike na nife ni dobe.
We are the children of Biafra.
Ndị ọbụla dara Igbo gbuwe ma a na-eje ụgbọ na nta ọtụtụ mere akwa mara ọsọ ejebe ebe ndị eze ụfọdụ ndị eze ndị ukwu nabatara ha nkọba ha werezienụ nwayọ nyụba na ha baji akpụ uwe nyụwa ndị Igbo anya baji kwe mmiri iwe nyụba anya o akụwe na-akụm Igbo nwanne akụ mmiri jide Igbo na-egbusisi ọmaka wee bebe nye na-anyị mmiri onye eze nye na-anyị mmiri o ihe ndị Awụsa na n'ụdị bụ nye mmiri papa ọbọzie na-anyị nya mmiri etu akụm Igbo si were nwụsịsị ya n'otu ọbara ruru ka mmiri o akụkọ a na-ewutekwa m n'obi anyị ekwu ka na-ekwu barapụzi okwu gbadatazi na n'ihi ọkwa ekwuru na ana Asaba ekwuru na anị Enugu ekwuru m Igbole n'ihi na ndị ajọ obi na-achị ọchịchị o si n'ịba n'ọhịa ọchịrị onye pụta n'ụzọ anya bụ efi anya chizili mmadụ ọbụ efi umi anya gị mepee
Ogogogo Osubawusa Chukwuye gari Biafra Sayibadube
Osubawusa Kamtekunu
Osubawusa Chukwuye gari Biafra Sayibadube
Iyo Gogogo
Osubawusa Chukwuye gari Biafra Sayibadube
Udegu kiti kode lekti
Osubawusa Chukwuye gari Biafra Sayibadube
Iyo Gogogo
Osubawusa Chukwuye gari Biafra Sayibadube
Ejimo era nekele
Osubawusa Chukwuye gari
Transport
Biafra
Nation
Sayibadube
Cisco wetere moto kunyo
Osubawusa
Ọsịha chụkwana anyị nwere be ume Igbo na-abịawa n'udo onye buru na nke ya agagonu ịlọtakwu
Nzọwụ kwakwanto nzọwụ Sanusi nzọwụ Tinubu nzọwụ Amechi nzọwụ Rochas Okorota nzọwụ ya nzọwụ Ọjụ Tọkalụ nzọwụ ya nzọwụ Boko Haram nzọwụ ụwa zuru ike Awụsa Fulani nzọgbu ole mgbe mụ na nwanne m jere abịrị ego ife ajụnarịra anyị mụ na nwanne m jere nwanne pụta n'ụzọ ree nwanne ka anyị tigbuo Awụsa ndị na-amara Chukwu igbo ha nsogbu ha sonya ka anyị tigbuo Awụsa ndị na-amara Chukwu igbo ha nsogbu ha sonya anyị ga-etigbu Awụsa ndị na-amara Chukwu ndị na-ekweghị na Chukwu amabụ eze anyị ga-azọda ha n'ala wee kọọ ha ọkọ n'isi. And then we know that one we talk is with majority. If God be with us, who can be against us? Onye Chukwu dị mmasị na so enweghị atụ ya Onye Chukwu okike gwụrụ so enweghị atụ ya Director Nnamdi Kanu, Chukwuemeka Organizo. Indigenous people of Biafra, Chukwuemeka Solazwe. I can hear the Lord saying, do not be afraid of your enemies. The Boko Haram you see today, you shall see them no more. Hausa Fulani jihadists, you shall see them no more. Says the Lord Almighty, I am with you. We must get to the promised land. The promised land is called Biafra, the land of rising sun. Obodo Chukwu gọziri agọzi, obodo Chukwu chọrọ mma, obodo Chukwu mere eze. Anyị tigbuo Awụsa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, tigbuo ha nsogbu ha zona ha. Anyị tigbuo Awụsa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, tigbuo ha nsogbu ha zona ha. Anyị tigbuo Awụsa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, tigbuo ha nsogbu ha zona ha. Anyị tigbuo Awụsa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, dị n'amaghị Chukwu obi ama. Nina magi chukwu kikemo, Nina magi chukwu na dendo, Nina kwete kina chukwu bama buchi nobu ya buchi kiranyo. Kani siwa oka, Nina maro chukwu, Nina kisiala nyarusio, Nina magi chukwu abia, Nina magi chukwu kikema, Ola me, ona wanda gerao. If I do not like you, Macabireko, Ojirai. What like a city, human right? So if you radio, Yarota, what was the weekend? So if you radio, you could love your number. Man, I see the gay appear. If I'm not so walking, then Onye nyere anyị Nnamdi Kanu, Joshua of our time. Nnamdi wetie mkpụrụ ọkọgwụ, si Chukwu ọbịa maka ịga n'obe. Kama oge bibi n'ụwa, ka mụ bụrụ onye nwụrụ anwụ, ihe bụ ihe Nnamdi kwuru. Nnamdi Kanu Chukwu gọzie. Nnamdi Kanu Chukwu gọzie gị. Nnamdi Kanu Chukwu gọzie gị, onye amụma nke anyị. Ụwa zuru ike, sọgbu ya n'ikpere. Rocha sokọrọcha, sọgbu ya n'ikpere. Ụlọ Jonathan, sọgbu ya n'ikpere. Bilie human rights, sọgbu ya n'ikpere. Sọgbu ekwesịrị ụkwụ n'elu ụwa. Egbu ya o, ekpere o. Nah, Jesus, Biafra, Biafra. Nah, Chukwu abịa. Onye ọbụla si na Biafra ga-abịa. Ewo nwanne m. Nsogbu ya n'ekpere, ọya ka ije. Nsogbu, nsogbu, nsogbu Buhari. Nsogbu Sanusi. Nsogbu.
Facebook and Nigerians in the pocket of the tyrant.
One Nigeria can be going now. So that when
For the ancestors, they conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. Will the use of Twitter be prosecutable? You cannot prosecute somebody based on executive fiat. It is not done anywhere in the world. But because they are bullies, they do not understand the niceties of the law. Therefore, any instruction by those claiming they are Buhari or the Attorney General of a Buhari
to arrest and to prosecute Nigerians still using Twitter is null and void, because there is no law criminalizing the use of Twitter. And nobody, no president in a democracy has the prerogative to make laws by virtue of his or her pronouncements. It's not done anywhere in the world. That is why you have a democracy. But of course, some of you in the cow republic, you don't understand what we're talking about. Some of you are not learned enough to appreciate what we are discussing this evening, or this very gospel that I'm bringing to you, but that is a fact. You can be a president, you can issue directives, but you do not make the law. That is why you have the National Assembly. That is their job. Once they make a law, that law now becomes binding on everybody. That is how civilized people behave. You cannot ban anybody. There is no law in the zoo criminalizing the use of Twitter, and whoever claims that he is Buhari cannot make any laws. He is an executive or the head of the executive branch. Their job is to implement and execute the laws. The duty of the courts is to interpret the law. I don't even know if these elementary government is, if people are actually aware of it. In Nigeria, I'm not even sure that people are aware of this very simple fact. The policy of this administration in the zoo to suspend Twitter's operations in Nigeria is not law, it is a policy. The constitution, the flawed constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria guarantees all Nigerians the right to free speech and freedom of association, freedom of expression. That is what I'm doing tonight, speaking my mind. You may disagree with it. Of course, the Janjaweed will, but the majority have over the years accepted it to be gospel and the fact. That is my opinion, and I am entitled to it. Something that the Fulani Janjaweed don't understand. When I speak, they say it is hate speech. It is not hate speech. I am stating the obvious, and I'm stating all these facts. I will buttress some of them with evidence as we progress this very evening. Therefore, everybody, if you are in Nigeria, please ignore the stupid threat that you will be prosecuted if you go on Twitter. And all of them, they're on Twitter. They are on Twitter. All of them, they're on Twitter. They're still tweeting. When they call me all manner of names, when they were calling IPOB miscreants, they called us every vile name under the sun. Nobody complained of hate speech. When that fool on bleaching cream with 2 dots on his forehead were writing nonsense and calling me names, nobody pulled his tweets down. Nobody complained. Not at all. I don't complain because I take as much as I give, so I don't complain. People are entitled to the opinion. And I don't expect everybody to agree with me all the time. It is impossible. These people, because we stood up to them, because IPOB said enough is enough, because we formed Eastern Security Network to safeguard our land, our forest and our bush and our farmlands for our people to go and farm, because we said to Fulani, you cannot conquer this land of the ancients. That is the only crime we committed. That is the only crime we committed. They went overboard. We are going to speak in a language you will understand. But Boko Haram, ISIS in West Africa, Ansaru, Yetiala, Fulani foreign bandits, Fulani local bandits, Fulani terrorists in general, Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb. These are all terror franchise run by Fulani people in Nigeria. That is a fact. It's not hate speech. It's a fact. These people in Asorok never spoke the language that Boko Haram understood. They never spoke the language that Fulani headsmen, the same people. What I find astonishing is that these people, they will ignore the timber, the tree in their own eyes, and they'll be looking for a tiny speck of dust in your own. I want to ask Fulani Janjaweed, have you dealt with Boko Haram in their own language?
Did you go to the north massacring people, abducting people, killing them, basically committing genocide in broad daylight as you're doing right now in the east? The answer is no. Throughout the years of Fulani rampage through the Middle Belt, have you ever read the riot acts to them? The answer is no. But the whole world, what I find astonishing is the hypocrisy of man. BBC, Twitter, Facebook, all the rest of them, New York Post, everybody, Sky News. All of you are witnesses to this march of the Janjaweed across from the Sahel into the Middle Belt part of Nigeria, killing, slaughtering, and maiming people. All of you are aware. Nobody will ever say to Garba Shehu, why did you not read riot acts to Boko Haram, to Fulani, your fellow Mietia? You gave 100 billion. Why didn't you read it to them? You read a riot act to IPOB. You read, can't you, the president has spoken. And when I say it, sometimes people take offense. It is a fact of life that there is something fundamentally wrong with us. I've said this many times because I know that the owners of Twitter, they are listening to my broadcast this evening via that very platform. I want them to understand that I am also self-critical. We are our own worst enemies because of the way we reason, because of the way we think. And that is why Black people are at the bottom of the pile all over the world, wherever you go, because of how we reason. Same person trying to address the issue of insecurity in the East in the language they will understand, failed to address his own people in the language they themselves will understand. Now, I believe that you're following what I'm saying. Please pay very close attention. When it comes to Biafrans, the Easterners, to Igbo people in particular, there is this great understanding, there is this unity of purpose that an Igbo man should be hated and killed if need be. It didn't start today. It started all the way back in 1945. And as most scholars and commentators have noted over the years, anywhere you go and you find hardworking people, people who are blessed by God, they attract envy. The only reason why those idiots like Garoba Shehu will be mouthing all their rubbish and saying, oh, we are going to speak the language to understand, is because of their natural hatred for Biafran people. Is there anywhere in the world, even the Armenian massacre has been recognized by the US Congress as being a genocide worthy of note? We lost 5 million people. Some of you don't even ask yourself questions sometimes. How come Biafrans lost 5 million people, yet nobody's talking about it? It's because of that palpable hatred all across the board, for no reason. These are the demons that we are fighting on a daily basis. Now, you want to teach Biafrans a lesson or speak to them in the language they will understand, which is the language of genocide. That was the reason why the tweet purportedly made by Buhari was taken down by Twitter. But let us just go back a little bit and at least put in our thinking cap this very evening, morning, night, depending on where you are, and ask ourselves a very simple question. Who brought insecurity into Nigeria? Bandits killed 91 people. By bandits, I mean these are Fulani people. Fulani terrorists killed 91 people in a place called Danko Wasagu, local government area of Kebbi State. And I want you to listen very carefully to what I have to say. I want all the people listening all over the world to pay attention to what I have to say. The same people threatening to go and unleash genocide and mayhem in the East in their own backyard, their own people, those referred to as legitimate stakeholders in the government, or should I say the governance of Nigeria, Yala, we are busy slaughtering 91 people in Kebbi State. Now it doesn't stop there. Who are those they are killing, you may ask? Is it not the North? Kebbi State is mainly populated by Hausa people. The Fulani people are killing Hausa people in Kebbi State. They are killing the Lema people. They are killing the Busawa people. They are killing the Dukawa people. They are killing the Dakakari people. They are killing the Kambari people. They are killing the Gungawa people. They are killing the Kamuku ethnic nationality in Kebbi. Are you listening to me? Later on, I will tell you why they're obsessed with dividing us. Southeast, South, Niger Delta, Igbo, and other rubbish. Because in the North, I'm telling you the truth, they are not one. Forget all the rubbish. Because what the Fulanis did very cleverly was to emasculate the political, economic, and social space within Nigeria. All the, should I say, media outlets in the North only have one agenda: to throw out the Fulani narrative on a daily basis. Daily Trust, Premium Times, NTA, Channels Television, to an extent AIT. They are using Punch newspaper. Intermittently, they will use Vanguard. They will use Nation newspaper as the will. Now and again, in Kebbi State, as they are busy telling you about Southeast and South, Niger Delta and Igbo, Delta is not even other rubbish. I want to tell you that in one single state in the North, the Fulani is a minority. And in that place that the Fulani people are a minority, they have gone on and killed 91 Hausa people. Are you following what I'm telling you? They have killed 91 Hausa people. You will not hear anybody ever. If it is anywhere else, they'll say, oh, they're killing Fulani. What is happening to Fulani? But Fulani went into Kebbi State, which doesn't belong to them, and killed 91 Hausa people. This happened 2 days ago. No, in fact, basically on Saturday, very early morning on Saturday, it happened yesterday, to be honest, the 5th of June. The police command in Kebbi State on Saturday confirmed that bandits, they don't want them to be called terrorists. Because once they're called terrorists, you know, Boko Haram, ISIS in West Africa, Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb comes to mind, and Saru and Yetiala will come to mind. So you know what the government of Nigeria did through Lai Mohammed, their Minister of Information? They said to media houses, do not call them Fulani terrorists anymore, just call them bandits. So that way the eyes of the people and the attention of the world will be deviated or deflected away from the real identity of these murderers and killers. It's a very simple strategy. Maybe it was Britain that advised them to do that. Maybe it's Catherine Line that advised them to do that. I am telling the whole world only yesterday, as they were shouting about Southeast insecurity, we're going to kill, we'll bring in the army, we'll land aeroplane, we'll bomb everybody. In their own backyard, this same government is aiding and abetting the Fulani slaughter of Hausa people. It's here now, it's not very clear. Bandits kill 91 people in Danko, Wasagulo, confirmed by the police. And who confirmed it? The public relations officer, the PRO. His name is DSP Nafiu Abubakar. He confirmed the figures and said all the victims were killed in 8 different communities in the local government area. He said 8 different communities. These are Fulani people killing Hausa people. Telling you the Hausa Fulani, that is why I keep wondering, I keep asking Nigerians all the time, what is in your brain? What sort of substance is in your brain? Is it the white matter that God created, or is it something else that is there? As they have now corralled all the media houses in the zoo to focus on the East, Fulani are busy killing Hausa people. They'll come out and they'll say, oh, we are Hausa Fulani, but behind closed doors, they are slaughtering Hausa people. It is here now. Go and ask the DSP Nafiu Abubakar of Kebbi State. He is the public relations officer of the police in Kebbi State. He confirmed it. According to him, the command has so far recovered 88 bodies and dispatched a detachment of operatives to maintain law and order in the affected communities. There is no bombardment. Like all, no, not at all. Because they are all the Fulani, they know what they're doing. There is no bombardment. There is no shoot at sight order. There is no abduction of young men with tattoos on their body. No rape of women. No, not at all. This is in a state where 88 Hausa people were slaughtered by Fulani terrorists. Now tell me why any decent person would want to belong to such a country. I'm asking a very simple question. When Lai Mohammed complains about Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, this Biafra agitation, tell me why any sensible person would not agitate to be free in a country where 91 people were slaughtered and there was no mention of it. What is of concern to them is a INEC building. That is what is of concern to them. Are you following me? Are you following what I'm saying? I hope people are following what I'm saying sequentially. A country where 91 people were slaughtered only yesterday, their concern is the East. You see how they roll. Because Fulani has an agenda. The agenda is to conquer all of you. But some of us are so foolish and so idiotic, we don't understand what their game plan is. If they do not have it in mind to conquer all of you, how come something as massive as the slaughter of 91 people did not elicit any comment from the so-called presidency? Tell me in which country anywhere in the world that such idiocy obtains. Only in Nigeria. When I say it, they say he's insightful quick, he's inciting violence, and you are the ones committing violence. Fulani, you are the ones that killed 91 Hausa people in the state. You got the saying that, oh, we are Hausa Fulani, you're killing them. 88 bodies were recovered. Now, let me tell you that all the people that I mentioned earlier were being killed. The killing took place in Ikoro, Kimbi, Gaya, Bini, Zutu, Rafingora, Igbo in the villages, and in all Danko Wasabi local government area of Kebbi State. You following me? Now, the question that Twitter, I'm sure you people are listening to me this evening. The question you need to ask Lai Mohammed is this: who kills those people in Kebbi State? What is their identity? Because any time anything happens in the East, it's ESN, IPOB, ESN. You even find the Yoruba newspapers. Without any investigation, they will say it's IPOB, ESN, IPOB, ESN. I want to ask Yoruba media, Yoruba journalists, you evil people, have you ever wondered or asked yourselves the people behind the slaughter of the innocent in Kebbi State? Why couldn't you say it's Mietiala? Where you quickly say it's IPOB, it's ESN. Is that hatred? It's in your bone marrow, you cannot get rid of it. I am not talking about the freedom fighters we have in Yoruba land. I am talking about their journalists. Journalism from Yoruba land is pure venom, designed to paralyze your thinking faculties and to render you useless. By the time they are done with you, Fulani will just walk you over. I want to ask Yoruba newspapers, how come you are saying it is bandits that kill people in the state? Whereas anything happens to the East is ESN, IPOB. Why? You see why I hate Nigeria. You see why I agitate for Biafra. Because you hate me for no reason, for speaking the truth. That is the only, you hate me for no reason. Then why should I not seek a country of my own? Even the level of hatred you have towards us. Daily Trust newspaper will be somewhere in Kaduna. Something will happen maybe in Okigwe, and he will write it is IPOB ESN. He has never been to Okigwe before. I want the world to listen to what I'm saying. To understand the level of hatred directed towards Igbo Biafrans especially. To all Biafrans anyway. The other ones, they are treating them as if they are normal, but of course they are not. Fulani killed Hausa people. The same newspaper is writing Hausa Fulani. I want to ask the whole world tonight, who are the people responsible for the killing of 91 Hausa people in Kebbi State? The answer is Fulani. And they know that they are terrified to write the truth. They are terrified to speak the truth. That is why I cannot be in the same country with you people. You people are evil. You are evil. You see evil and you support it. You keep your mouth shut. You want to live to the prison. And you are paying dearly for these mistakes you're making. To proceed, I'm going to bring to the attention of the world the damage that Yoruba journalism has done to Yoruba people. I will prove it tonight. On this noble platform, what we preach is the truth. You may not like it, but if you go back and reflect upon everything that I say, you will come to the realization that it is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You may not like the way I deliver it. I give you that. I'm not too bothered about it. But ask yourself this question: is Nnamdi Kanu speaking the truth? This evening, am I preaching the truth or not? Why is it anytime something happens, without proper investigation, it is IPOB or ESN? But only yesterday, all of you in the zoo called Nigeria, you reported the massacre that took place in Kebbi State. My simple question tonight is to Punch newspaper, to Nation newspaper, to Vanguard, all the rest of you that are basically trotting out the Fulani narrative every blessed day. I want to ask a simple question. Who are the perpetrators of that heinous crime in Kebbi State? Once you answer it truthfully, you will now understand why I am pursuing a sovereign state of Biafra. Because all of you are hypocrites. I want also, Twitter, are you listening to me? Because they want to listen. Like Muhammad told them, go and listen to him. You hear his hate-filled speech tonight, and you ban him on Twitter as they bribed Facebook to try and suppress my page. And Twitter, you're listening. My happiness is that Twitter is owned by a white man. And white people are more objective when it comes to issues of this very nature. I don't want to go into the background of Mark Zuckerberg. That will take care of itself in time to come. But I'm sure that the owner of Twitter is a white man. So he is bound to be objective, at least. I want to also let the whole world understand what is happening in the north, in Fulani-controlled northern part of Nigeria. They call them the Arewa, the Janjaweed frontier of the north. What's happening? Do you know that Islamic leaders who are Fulani people are abducting Hausa people who are Christians and forcibly converting them to Islam and forcibly marrying them off to whoever wants to take Hausa Christian bride. Are you aware of that? No, you're not aware of it. Because some of you erroneously think that in the north they're all Muslims. Is that what you're thinking? No, you're wrong. Islam is in the minority in the north. You'll be shocked to know this. Now let me explain something to you. And I must thank Inter-Society for bringing this to the attention of the world. Because they actually called for the prosecution of some Islamic leaders in Katsina State. The same state that they claim the dead Buhari, whoever is there comes from, answering Buhari. Of course, the late Buhari comes from Katsina. Do you know what they're doing in Katsina State? Fulani Caliphate Islamic people there are kidnapping people, young women, most of them Hausa Christians, and forcibly converting them to Islam. It may sound far-fetched, but it is true. And I'm going to shock most of you this evening. There is a group in the north. They are called the Hausa Christian Foundation. HACFO, HACFO for short. The Hausa Christian Foundation reported incidences of indiscriminate abduction of underage girls by Islamic leaders in Katsina State and forcing them to renounce their Christian faith to take up Islam. What they did to Leah Shoaib. To tell you that they are all in it together. This is what I want Yoruba media to understand. I know that some of them are Muslims, I understand that. But at least they are educated. They went to school. They are not quota products as you have in the north. Not at all. You have in the Janjaweed north, that is. You know what the group said? Hausa Christians, what they said. The Nigerian government must sanction the Katsina Islamic leaders for indiscriminate abduction and forceful conversion of scores of Hausa Christians, especially girls of underage, to Islam. This is according to a statement issued on the 15th of April, 2021 by the Hausa Christians Foundation. According to the group, there has been indiscriminate abduction of hundreds of Hausa girls and their forcible conversion to Islam. The abducted Hausa Christian girls who are under the school age of 16 are also forced into early marriage, done outside the consent of their parents. This is happening in a place called Nigeria. These are the people that want to ban Twitter. These are the people that bought over Facebook. The same people that bought over Starlink in Israel because they were carrying our signal. These people. I'm asking all of you Nigerians, for goodness sake, when will you begin to reason and to learn? They claim, are we not upholding the rule of law? So the rule of law in the north stipulates that you must abduct a little girl and possibly convert her to Islam. This is happening. It is a report. Let me also ask those in Asorok, have you spoken to people of Katsina abducting little children about the need to understand a particular language that you're about to speak to? Have you done that? I want the world to understand how despicable, vile, and evil Nigeria is. That's what I'm trying to do. To let you understand what is happening in Nigeria as at this very present day. People must understand the game plan of the Fulani, and I want Twitter to understand it. They will come with harassment. They will try to buy shares in Twitter. They will try to impose their own people as directors of the board of Twitter. They will try to get you to change your policies towards Nigeria. Because the Fulanis have a long-term goal. They know what they're looking for. They want the total Fulanization and Islamization of the geopolitical space called Nigeria. That's what they want. And they will never stop until they get it. There was a man riding, I don't want to mention your name. If you don't make a public statement within 2 days, I will mention your name. This man witnessed the assassination of Ahmed Gulag firsthand. And the man said to the police, he told the IG of police, the assassins were not Igbo. I want somebody to ask the police commissioner of Imo State to also ask the IG of police of Nigeria, did they get a first-hand account of what happened from a man that was riding in the same vehicle with Ahmed Gulaki? Yes or no? It's a simple question. You know, zoo journalists are very lazy. I want them to go and ask the IG of police, was there any man riding in the same vehicle as Ahmed Gulak when he was killed? Did that man give you a statement? And what did his statement say? I am telling the world today that the man told the IG of police that those that killed Ahmed Gulak are not Igbo people. True or false? A lot of you are busy writing rubbish. The Daily Boss, all these idiots writing junk. You think you want to stifle Biafra? You think you want to delay the coming of Biafra? You think you can stop Biafra from coming, but you're wasting your time. The options, summary executions, kidnappings, and rape by these Fulani terrorists are on the rise, and do not say I did not warn you. If you're in Anambra, you must leave as a young man or as a woman. Go to a neighboring state if you have to. Things are about to happen in Anambra State. Don't say I did not warn you. All able-bodied men must enter the bush. No more sleeping at night. Some of you are still sleeping in your homes. And I want young men in every village to form a defense force in that very village. Any vehicle in the middle of the night coming to that very village, you disable it. There are many ways to do it. And I will tell you that not live here on air, to be communicated off air. That is the so-called powers that be, those they claim we are leaders, are encouraging them to keep killing. Look at the words of George Obios. Some people are not even fit to be fathers, talk less of being elders. I'm telling you the truth. Very, very shameful. Very, very shameful indeed. Very, very shameful. I have a very important announcement to make this evening. And if you like, you listen. If you like, don't listen. That is your business. But I must make the announcement anyway. And it is for